I watched a grown man make a 16-year-old girl cry on a Tuesday afternoon, and I will never forget the sound of her voice breaking. My name's Marcus. I'm 28 years old, and I've been riding motorcycles through downtown Portland for the last 6 years. I've seen a lot of stuff on these streets. Good stuff. Bad stuff. Stuff that makes you smile and stuff that makes you sick. But what I saw on October 3rd changed something inside me that I can't really explain. It was around 3:30 in the afternoon. School had just let out. I was sitting at a red light on Burnside Street, my Yamaha rumbling underneath me, when I heard it. "Hey, sweetheart, sweetheart, don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you." The voice came from my right. I turned my head and saw him. White guy, maybe 45, 50 years old, wearing a wrinkled business shirt with the sleeves rolled up. He was walking fast, following someone, following a girl. She was young, so young. Backpack on, headphones in her ears, walking fast with her head down. That walk you do when you're pretending you don't hear someone, but you know they're still there. You know what I mean? That scared walk. "I'm just trying to give you a compliment," the man yelled. His voice had that edge to it. That angry edge that guys get when they feel rejected. "You're so beautiful and you can't even say thank you." The girl walked faster. She turned a corner onto a side street, and he followed her. The light turned green. Cars behind me started honking. But I couldn't move. Something in my chest felt tight. Something felt wrong. Really wrong. I made a decision. I turned right, followed them down that side street. The street was quieter here. Less people, old brick buildings, a few parked cars. That's when I saw her stop walking. She turned around to face him, and even with my helmet on, even from 20 feet away, I could see her face. She looked terrified. "Please leave me alone," she said. Her voice was shaky. "I just want to go home." "I'm not trying to hurt you," the man said. But he kept walking toward her. "I'm just trying to be nice. Why are girls like you so stuck up? Huh? I bet you talk to the guys at your school. I bet you smile at them." I pulled my bike over to the curb, kicked the stand down. The sound made them both look at me. "Is there a problem here?" I said. My voice came out calmer than I felt. The man's face changed. He smiled, but it wasn't a real smile. It was the smile people make when they get caught doing something wrong and they're trying to play it off. "No problem, man," he said, "just having a conversation." I looked at the girl. Her eyes were wet. She was trying not to cry. Her hands were shaking. "Does it look like she wants to have a conversation?" I asked him. "This is none of your business," the man said. His smile disappeared. "This is between me and her." "There is no me and her," I said. I pulled my helmet off, looked him straight in the eyes. "She asked you to leave her alone." "Who the hell are you? Her boyfriend?" He laughed. Mean laugh. "She's a kid, man. What are you, some kind of pervert?" That made my blood boil. He was the one following a child down a street, and he was calling Emmy a pervert? I stepped off my bike. I'm 6'2". I'm not huge, but I'm not small either. The man took a step back. "I'm someone who's not going to let you keep scaring her," I said. "I wasn't scaring anybody." His voice got louder. "I was giving her a compliment. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with telling a girl she's pretty?" "Nothing's wrong with a compliment," I said. "But following someone who's clearly uncomfortable, yelling at them, that's not a compliment. That's harassment." The girl was crying now, real tears running down her face. She looked at me with these big eyes, and I could tell she wanted to run, but she was frozen. Just frozen with fear. The man pointed at me. His finger was shaking. "You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know me. I'm a good person. I'm a good person." And right then, right in that moment, he took another step toward the girl. That's when I moved between them. And that's when everything went wrong. If you're watching this, please hit that like button and drop a comment telling me if you've ever seen something like this happen, because what happened next, I need you to hear it. The man's face turned red, like really red. That kind of angry red where you can see the veins in someone's neck start to pop out. "Move," he said to me. His voice was quiet now, scary quiet. "Move out of my way." "No," I said. Behind me, I heard the girl take a breath. A sharp, shaky breath. The kind you take when you're trying really hard not to lose it completely. "This is assault," the man said. He pulled out his phone, started recording me. "You're assaulting me right now. You're blocking my path. You're threatening me." "I'm not threatening you," I said. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I'm standing here, that's all. You can walk away anytime you want. I have every right to walk on this sidewalk, he said. The phone was in my face now. Every right. This is America. I can talk to whoever I want. I can walk wherever I want. Yeah, I said. You can, but you can't follow people who don't want to talk to you. You can't chase teenagers down the street. I wasn't chasing her, his voice cracked when he yelled. Spit flew out of his mouth. Why does everyone always think the worst of me? Why? That's when I realized something. This guy actually believed what he was saying. He actually thought he was the victim here. In his mind, he was just a nice guy trying to give a compliment, and the whole world was against him. It was wild. Scary, wild. Sir, I said. I tried to keep my voice calm. I need you to walk away, right now. Or what? He said. He stepped closer to me. So close I could smell the coffee on his breath. Or what? You gonna hit me? Go ahead. Hit me. I'm recording everything. Do it. My lawyer would love that. I didn't move, didn't say anything, just stared at him. The girl behind me spoke. Her voice was so quiet I almost didn't hear it. Please, she said. Please just go away. The man looked around me, looked at her, and his face changed again, got softer, almost sad. I'm sorry, he said to her. I didn't mean to scare you. You reminded me of someone I used to know. I wasn't trying to hurt you. You have to believe me. For a second, just a second, I almost felt bad for him. Almost. Because there was something broken in his voice, something lost. But then he said, Can I at least get your number so I can apologize properly? And I knew this guy was never going to stop, not unless someone made him stop. I'm calling the police, I said. I reached for my phone in my jacket pocket. That's when he shoved me. Not hard. Not hard enough to knock me down, but hard enough to make me stumble back a step. Hard enough to make it physical. Don't you dare, he said. Don't you dare call the cops on me. I didn't do anything wrong. The girl screamed, just a short scream, the kind that bursts out of you when you're scared. A woman came out of one of the buildings, older lady, maybe 60. She looked at us, looked at the scene. What's going on here? She asked. He's attacking me, the man said immediately, pointed at me. He pushed me. Did you see it? Did you see it? That's not what happened, I said. He's lying. The man's voice was getting higher, more desperate. He came out of nowhere and started threatening me. I was just walking. The older woman looked at the crying girl, then at me, then at the man. Young lady, she said to the girl, do you know either of these men? The girl shook her head. Tears were still running down her face. Her whole body was shaking now. He followed me, she said. Her voice broke on the word followed. He wouldn't leave me alone. I told him to stop and he wouldn't stop. The older woman's face changed, got hard. She pulled out her phone. I'm calling 911, she said. Good, the man yelled. Call them. Tell them this thug assaulted me. I'm calling them, the woman said coldly, to report a man harassing a child. The man's mouth opened, closed, opened again. He looked around like he was trapped, like the walls were closing in. This is insane, he said. This is insane. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I heard sirens in the distance. Someone else must have called too. The man heard them. His eyes got wide, really wide. No, he said. No, 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 no. I can't. I have a daughter. I have a daughter. If this gets out, if people know about this, I'll lose everything. My job, my family, everything. You should have thought about that, the older woman said, before you chased a little girl down the street. The sirens got louder, closer. And that's when the man ran. He just turned and ran, pushed past me, knocked his phone on the ground, just ran down the street like his life depended on it. I looked at the older woman. She looked at me. The girl was sobbing now, real sobs, the kind that shake your whole body. 2 police cars pulled up, doors opened, officers got out. And I thought it was over. I really did. I thought we'd tell them what happened. They'd find the guy. Everything would be okay. But then one of the officers looked at me, looked at my jacket, my boots, my bike, and his hand moved to his gun. Please, please hit that subscribe button because what happened with the police? You need to hear this. Drop a comment if you think I did the right thing. The next chapter is coming, and it gets even more intense. Hands where I can see them, the officer said. His voice was flat, professional. His hand was resting on his holster, not holding the gun, just resting there. Ready? My stomach dropped. Officer, I'm the one who helped, I said. I raised my hand slowly, real slowly. The man who ran, he was harassing this girl. I stopped him. I said hands where I can see them, the officer repeated. He was young, maybe 25. His name tag said Morrison. Step away from the minor. Wait, the older woman said. She stepped forward. Officer, you don't understand. This young man helped. He protected this girl from a man who was following her. Officer Morrison looked at her, then at me, then at the girl. Ma'am, I need you to step back, he said to the woman. And you, he pointed at me, turn around. Put your hands on your bike. Are you serious right now? I asked. My voice came out angrier than I meant it to. I'm not the bad guy here. The guy who ran is the one you should be looking for. Turn around, now. Morrison's voice got harder. The second officer, an older black woman with gray in her hair, walked over to the girl. Her name tag said Patterson. She knelt down, spoke softly. Sweetheart, are you okay? Did anyone hurt you? The girl nodded, then shook her head, then just cried harder. Which one scared you? Patterson asked gently. The man on the motorcycle or someone else? Someone else? The girl managed to say between sobs. A different man. He followed me from school. He wouldn't stop talking to me. He got so mad when I wouldn't answer him. Patterson looked at Morrison. Something passed between them. Morrison's hand moved away from his gun. Okay, Morrison said to me. His voice was different now, softer. You can put your hands down. I'm sorry. We got a call about a disturbance and a man on a motorcycle, and I had to. I get it, I said, but I didn't get it. Not really. I was shaking, actually shaking. Because for a minute there, just a minute, I thought something really bad was about to happen. The older woman told the officers everything she saw. I told them everything that happened. The girl, whose name was Sophie, told them about how the man started following her 3 blocks from her school, how he kept asking her name, where she lived, if she had a boyfriend, how his voice changed when she tried to ignore him, got mean, angry. He said, I was stuck up, Sophie whispered. He said girls like me think we're too good for nice guys like him, but he wasn't nice. He was scary. Patterson wrote everything down. Morrison went to look for the man, but he was long gone. They found his phone, though, the one he dropped when he ran. Morrison picked it up with gloves on. We'll try to trace this, he said. Find out who he is. Get his information. What happens then? I asked. Morrison and Patterson looked at each other. Patterson sighed. We'll file a report, she said. We'll try to identify him, but honestly, unless he touched her or made specific threats, it's hard to charge someone with just being creepy. He followed her, I said. He chased her down a street. He wouldn't leave her alone when she asked him to. How is that not illegal? It should be, Patterson said quietly. Believe me, it should be. But the law is complicated. We'll do everything we can. Sophie's mom arrived 20 minutes later, a thin woman with the same eyes as Sophie. She ran to her daughter, hugged her so tight I thought Sophie might disappear into her arms. Baby, I'm here, the mom said. She was crying too now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I wasn't there. It's not your fault, Mom, Sophie said. I should have picked you up from school. I should have. Mom, stop. Sophie pulled back, looked at her mother. It's not your fault. It's HIS' fault, the man who followed me. That's the only person whose fault it is. The mom looked at me. Her eyes were red, but there was something fierce in them. You're the one who stopped him? She asked. Yes, ma'am, I said. She walked over to me, and then she did something I didn't expect. She hugged me, just grabbed me and hugged me tight. Thank you, she whispered. Thank you for protecting my baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know what to say. My throat felt tight. I just nodded. When they left, when the police left, when everyone left, I sat on my bike for a long time. Just sat there. The street was quiet again, like nothing had happened. Like the world had just kept spinning while a 16-year-old girl got terrorized in broad daylight. I thought about all the times I'd seen stuff like this before and done nothing. told myself it wasn't my business, told myself I was probably overreacting, told myself someone else would help. I pulled out my phone, started recording. "Hey everyone, Marcus here," I said to the camera. My voice was shaky. "I need to tell you what just happened, because I think we all need to talk about this." I told the whole story, put it on YouTube that night. Didn't expect anything to happen. Thought maybe a few people would watch it, maybe I'd get some comments. By the next morning, it had 500,000 views. By that afternoon, 2 million. The comments were flooded. Thousands of women sharing their stories about being followed, being harassed, being scared to walk alone, being told they were overreacting, being told to take it as a compliment. But there were other comments too, angry comments. Comments from men saying I was a white knight, that I was only helping to impress women, that the guy probably really was just giving a compliment, and everyone was too sensitive these days. One comment said, "You ruined that man's life over nothing. I hope you're happy." Another said, "That girl probably wanted the attention and then got scared when you showed up." I felt sick reading them, actually sick. But then Sophie's mom commented. She made an account just to comment. "This man saved my daughter from a nightmare," she wrote, "and if you think what happened to her was nothing, if you think being stalked and terrified is nothing, then you are part of the problem." The comment got 50,000 likes. 3 days later, the police called me. They'd identified the man from his phone. His name was David Brennan, 47 years old, middle school teacher. He taught 12 and 13-year-olds. They'd checked his phone, found messages to other young girls, photos he'd taken of students without permission, evidence of him following other girls before Sophie. He was arrested, charged with stalking, harassment, and a bunch of other stuff I don't fully understand. He lost his job. His wife filed for divorce. His daughter, the one he mentioned, she's in college now. She made a statement saying she wasn't surprised, that her father had always made her uncomfortable around her friends. The story went national. I did interviews, Good Morning America, local news, podcasts. Everyone wanted to know about the biker who stood up to a predator. But here's the thing nobody talks about in those interviews. The thing that keeps me up at night? I think about all the times before Sophie, all the times David Brennan followed other girls, other children, and nobody stopped him. Maybe nobody noticed. Or maybe they noticed and didn't want to get involved. How many girls did he scare? How many lives did he affect before someone finally said no? I think about that every single day. Sophie's doing okay now. Her mom messaged me last month. Said Sophie's in therapy, but she's getting better. Said she's thinking about studying criminal justice in college, wants to help change the laws around harassment and stalking. That girl is 16, and she's already planning to change the world. Me, I still ride my bike through Portland, but I don't ignore stuff anymore. Can't, won't. If I see something wrong, I stop, I speak up, I get involved. And I'm asking you, everyone watching this, to do the same thing, because here's what I learned. Evil doesn't just happen in dark alleys. It happens on Tuesday afternoons, on busy streets, in broad daylight. And it keeps happening because good people tell themselves it's not their business. Make it your business. Please, make it your business. If you see someone being harassed, step in. If you see someone being followed, do something. Call the police. Make noise. Don't let predators like David Brennan keep getting away with it because we're all too uncomfortable to act. Sophie was lucky. I happened to be there. I happened to turn down that street. I happened to have the courage that day to get involved. But what about all the girls who aren't lucky? What about all the times nobody's there? Be there. Be the person who stops, who speaks up, who protects someone who can't protect themselves. Hit that like button if you agree. Subscribe if you want to see more real stories like this. Comment and tell me your story, because I know some of you have stories. I know some of you have been the Sophie in this situation. And I know some of you have been the person who walked away when you saw something wrong. It's not too late. It's never too late to start being brave. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring. And please, please, look out for each other out there. The world needs more people who give a damn. I turned off the camera, sat in my apartment, quiet, alone. My phone buzzed, a text from a number I didn't recognize. "This is Sophie. My mom gave me your number. I just wanted to say thank you again. You didn't have to help me, but you did. And because you did, They caught him. They stopped him from hurting anyone else. You're a hero. Thank you for being brave when I couldn't be. I read it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And I cried. Just sat there and cried. Because she called me brave. But she was the brave one. She had the courage to tell her story, to press charges, to keep going after the worst day of her young life. If that's not brave, I don't know what is. What do you think about this story? Drop your comment below. The end.